There's breaking news from More Perfect Union. These guys are great. More Perfect Union has obtained emails showing that Amazon privately pressured USPS to install an illegal ballot drop box during the union election in Bessemer, Alabama. The emails directly contradict public statements by USPS about the box's origins. Eric and Michael, we have not heard anything back on the install of this collection box. Amazon is reaching out again to me today about the status as they want to move quickly on this. The emails were obtained through a FOIA request by the RWDSU. Many of the exchanges have been almost entirely redacted, and any mentions of Amazon officials have been removed. But here are some key findings that we have been able to glean from the FOIA. First, we learned that beginning January 8th, 1 month before the union vote begins, Amazon repeatedly calls USPS's strategic account manager to say they want to install their own box. The USPS team deliberates Amazon's request and says a private box may not be utilized. USPS then decides to install one for them. Amazon HQ would like to be kept in the loop as USPS official informs the entire national and local team. We don't know for sure, but in a series of redacted emails, it appears that over the next week, Amazon and USPS haggle over the acquisition of a box and what kind of box can be installed and how quickly it can be done. On February 3rd, a USPS official sends an email stating that it is dedicating time and effort to physically altering a collection box that would meet Amazon's needs. USPS says it is not hollowing out a box that would allow for bulk mail ballot collection. Amazon demands USPS install the box by February 7th, one day before the union vote was to begin with. USPS says it's working with Amazon to place the box in a convenient location at the Bessemer campus. As we documented with Grim Kim, Amazon had the ballot drop box installed in violation of explicit guidance from the federal government. The box is installed the evening of February 9th, late at night, under the cover of darkness.
A lot of lies throughout this process. On the second night after ballots went out in the mail, we started getting calls from workers that said, like, oh my God, they put this box up here and they're telling everybody to put their ballots in it and we're scared. We don't want to put our ballots in there. Like, who has the keys to the box? Does Amazon have them? That went up middle of the night, the second night. Amazon immediately sent out a text message that said, look, the Postal Service installed this box. We don't have keys. We've reached out to the postmaster in Bessemer. We haven't heard back. We've got
I changed it.
Request out there, and we haven't heard back. We've put a lot of pressure on different areas trying to figure out, look, number one, did you even install this box? Or is this Amazon's cluster box? Does the Postal Service own it or not? And then who has the keys? Who actually has access to it? Because everything we're reading is showing that the Postal Service doesn't install these boxes.
Even in an apartment complex, the tenant has one, and the mailman, and the rent office. Who knows who has the key to that box?
More Perfect Union is really good at making these sorts of videos, by the way. Good shit.
See this box.
The tenant has one, and the mailman, and the rent office. Who knows who has the key to that box?
An Amazon worker asked if the NLRB was legal.
Someone had mentioned it, but that Amazon was not given permission to do it.
Amazon had kind of put this rumor out and had been telling workers, look, we're going to have a box here for you to vote in. And we were telling workers they're lying. The government said no to that. They denied that request. And the reasoning for that was, first of all, it's supposed to be a secret election. And so free from intimidation. So these ballots, they come from the government directly to the worker's home and then back to the government. Worker fills out their ballot. They put it in their mailbox. It goes back to the government.
Yeah, there's no middleman in the circumstance. And the middleman certainly cannot be literally Amazon. It is a violation. It is absolutely illegal for them to do this. It's just yet another instance where Amazon can claim, oh, we're just trying to make this as easy as possible while literally adding an additional hurdle, an intimidation tactic to suppress the vote. Will they get fined for this? I mean, what? You think Amazon is going to give a... They probably already literally paid the fine off in their minds before engaging in this action. It's nothing.
The union and Amazon never sees the ballot, never sees the vote. We're not supposed to be near the vote. And so the board said basically, no, we're not going to allow you to have your own box, unaccompanied on your property. There's a lot of fears, a lot of anxiety around it. For workers, it's twofold. It's number one, if I'm a pro-union supporter and I'm putting my ballot in this box, is Amazon going to know that? Are they going to track it? Are they going to steal it? What's going to happen to my ballot once it gets here? And for those that maybe necessarily wouldn't have voted, maybe they were just kind of impartial to the idea and want to support their co-workers, but they also don't know a lot about the union. But
Hank, XUC, I thought votes can't be tampered with. Brother, there's a difference between the government setting up ballot boxes for the election, okay, that are still picked up by government employees or local administrators, versus literally Amazon tampering with an election that they want to tamper with and have tried to. This is going just like our election at Nissan. Why I was pessimistic until Biden spoke up, and now I think Biden probably produced blowback. Like, they can't play judge, jury, executioner on a literal vote that is supposed to unionize their workplace that they don't want to happen. It's like if Joe Biden was picking up his own, like, but Joe Biden was picking up his own votes, unofficial count is 104, 199 against, by the way. It doesn't matter. This is going to take an entire day. We're going to know by tomorrow.
But now they've got this manager that's saying, hey, I've noticed you haven't voted yet. You didn't bring your ballot to the box. You should bring it tomorrow. Bring it and put it in the box. Common sense will tell you that, like, Amazon shouldn't have access to the voting box. I mean, where ballots are being held.
H. Bizzle doesn't think that this is going to happen. They wanted to pressure employees to bring ballots to work so they'd receive at home in the mail. By doing this, they could then pressure and monitor employees to submit no votes. Anyway, so it was threatening them, basically.